beautiful weather today. I'm loving this. Chilled, not too hot, not too cold. And anyway, it's making me feel like I want to give you a message. It's making me so happy to give you this message. But before I give you the message, I have a question for you. Now, as a human being, do you know what you're capable of? Do you know your full potential? Do you know your limit? If you're going to answer yes to any of that, I want to disagree with you. Why? Because look, we've all been to a point where we feel like we're at the edge. This is where we feel like we can't do any more. But then you get there and then you realize you can go further. And as you go further, you set your limit even further. And once you get to that limit, you realize you can whistle on even past that, way over. And you realize you can still go further. And the further you go, the more your limits expand. Now, why would that happen? Look, I like to think of the human mind, the human spirit, our ambition as human beings, as being like the world. It's like the earth. You go further and further and further. And the further you go, your horizon just keeps on expanding and expanding and expanding until eventually you're back to where you started and you can feel the power or the energy you had when you began. This sort of reminds me of Theodore Roosevelt's quote. He said, "When you get to the end of your rope, tie your knot and hold on." Now, what are we holding on to? Well, you're holding on to your ambitions, your dreams, the reason you started that journey that you're on in the first place. Now you hold on until you make it, until you reach your goal. Look, a human being never achieved anything without really thinking big. We need to think big as human beings. That's when you really achieve things. That's when you make it big. You need to push yourself. You need to push yourself to the limit. You need to do your best. And as you do your best, actually don't do your best. Give it your all. And therefore, you will make it big. And that is my message for the day.